Hello and welcome to Model Kit Stuff. It's another subscriber special. I say another, I've not done one in quite some time. We're at 6,000 subscribers and this is my thank you. So yes, 6,000 subscribers, bit of a milestone for me. We've achieved so much over quite a short time, really. I am 3.5 months away from the channel being 3 years old. And from its very conception back in the pandemic, it was about finding something to do and fill some time doing what I enjoy and what I love. And I've ended up coming to love the channel as much as my modelling hobby, and it's all now intrinsically linked. One, it goes hand in hand with the other, and I love it. And part of the reason that I love it is because of you guys and girls. There is 6,000 of you now out there from all over the world, from 18 all the way up to your 80s, male, female, all sorts of people. I have people that just watch from the sidelines. I have people who just dip in and out depending on the subject. I have people that are new to the hobby, that are interested in learning stuff, and I have old hands that are interested in giving some advice. There's such an eclectic mix, and I love it all. I love all the comments, all the support I've had over the years, the very kind words. I've met a small handful of you, and you're all brilliant people as far as I'm concerned. And the channel has just gone from strength to strength, partly because of you guys. So a massive, massive thank you. So the last time I did a subscriber special and we did what we're about to do was for 3,000 subscribers. So over half of my subscribers have never had the opportunity to pick what we build next on the channel. And that's what we're going to kick off today. I'll explain that in a minute. But when we had 3,000 subscribers, we did that and we picked the Gota UWD from Wingnut Wings, which I'm currently building. And that's why we didn't do a subscriber special for 4,000 and 5,000 subscribers, because I had so much on at the time. If you remember, I had 5 kits on the build at that time, and it was just juggling too much, too many spinning plates. So we've whittled that down to 2 builds that we hop onto alternative weeks, and the wooden build, which we now do 1 day a week, and that has started to get a really nice rhythm for me. So as always, there's a pipeline of kits you intend to build, and I have a pipeline in my head, and then when I come to choose it, then sometimes that pipeline can shift and change, and what you were planning to do has dropped out of your mind and something else has inspired you. So I try not to be too hard and fast on what I'm doing, but we have some things in the pipeline that I've committed to doing to you guys openly. And that is the 1 to 200 scale Scharnhorst with the MK1 upgrade set. We're definitely doing that. It's definitely following the Queen Mary 2, and I'm trying to have a real push on getting the Queen Mary 2 over the line, although you wouldn't believe that over the last couple of weeks, but I am definitely wanting to get that over the line so that we can move on that build. As much as I'm enjoying it and loving it, and the kit is coming together nicely, it is dragging on a little bit now, partly because we paused it for a few months to clear the decks, of course. But that's the plan with ships. Then on other builds, my secondary builds, if you like, I tend to do the smaller stuff. Now, currently we're building the Gota in that slot, and that's actually, I say a small build, it's quite a complex build. Technically, once you've got past the interior, it's a lot of big parts, but then you've got all the rigging, and that's actually proving to be slow progress, but we'll talk more about that on the Table Talk videos. And then we've got the Beaufighter that's going to follow on from that. The question is, what do we do next after that? The Beaufighter won't be a big project. It'll be 3, 4, possibly 5 videos at most. So I need something to follow that, and that's where you 6,000 lovely subscribers come in, because you're going to choose the build that comes after that. Now, I have selected some kits. I'm going to go through them in a minute. They're all very different for all sorts of reasons, and I'll talk you through what the plan would be when we build them, how we'd be going about it, what it's all about, and that gives you a good view of what you're going to see as an end result and what you would like to see. You then choose one, and in the comments below you're going to choose which one you want, and I'll explain how to do that towards the end of the video. So that's the plan. What comes after the Beaufighter, because we know we'll still be either Queen Mary 2 finishing or already onto the Scharnhorst. So we're leaving ships alone-ish. So let's have a look at the kits and talk you through the options of what you've got to vote for. So the first option is the K2 ambulance from Airfix. Now, this will be built not straight out of the box. I've got an Eduard upgrade set, I've got resin wheels, and I've got some resin interior additional detailing, so stuff to go inside on the bunk beds and what have you. The plan would be to do this as the KT ambulance from the film Ice Cold in Alex. And we would be therefore painting it in this yellow scheme here and weathering it. So if you're interested to see that come together, it's a kit that lots of people have built now, and we know it's a nice kit. And the general service truck has just come out, which has got a lot of the common parts. So yeah, one way or another, it's a nice kit. It's a recent tooling. I've done a first impressions video in it, and I have reviewed all of the aftermarket that's in there. They're all in videos. If you want to go and have a look on my page, you'll find them. So that is option 1. Option 2 is this Tamiya kit of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. Now, I don't build cars very often, so this will be probably the most challenging of all the builds kits you're going to see here. I don't consider myself an expert at cars at all. So one way or another, there'll be things in here that I don't do very often. And when I say don't do very often, I do chrome parts once a decade maybe. So I've not done that very often at all. So there's all sorts of things in here that will be new for me, which will be a challenge, but it's a beautiful kit. It's got lots and lots of parts. It's very, very detailed. And it should look tremendous if I don't mess it up. So if you want to see me potentially mess up something, then you might want to vote for this. Or if you want to see this being built, yeah, so we're going to build it straight out of the box. We're not adding anything to it. And it does have a clear underside, and we might leave it clear as well, and have a look at how we make the clear parts more clear. But yeah, that is option 2, and I'm probably going to do it in red, but not 100% because I really like the red interior, so I could end up doing it silver yet. And again, finishing a car, not my strong point, so should be a load of fun though. Option 3 is an aircraft. Now, when I did the first impressions of this, it was very, very popular. It got lots and lots of people excited. So I think it's a good time to build this. It's been out a little while. So the plan for this would be to build it straight out of the box. However, I plan to have it in flight, so it'd be on a stand. I'm probably not doing this paint scheme. I'm probably doing the one with the yellow bits on, but I'm not 100% sure of that yet, but most likely. But the plan would be to have it in flight on a stand with one of the engines on fire, as shown on the box art here. So yeah, that means we'll be doing some modelling of flames, some burning effects and bits and pieces like that. So that should be a load of fun, to be honest. So if you're interested to see how I go about that, It's just something a little bit different. It's not often that you can do a lot of animation with an aircraft, so it's a nice little option to have a play. So that will be a load of fun. I know a lot of people are interested in seeing this get built anyway, so that is your option 3. So earlier in the video I said that's it for ships-ish. This is the ish, option 4. It's a classic, a real old classic. The Airfix 1:600 scale HMS Hotspur. This is really old kit. We'll talk about that if we come to build it. So the plan with this would be to just see how much you can get out of one of these old classic kits and see what we can do to present it to what we perhaps consider a modern modelled standard. So we would be building it from the box, we would be weathering it, but we also would be adding a fair amount of photo etch. So railings, aerials, there is a lot of photo etch in here, a lot of it. So we'd be really going to town and seeing how much we can wring out of one of these really old classic kits. I had loads of these as a kid. I had them all lined up on a shelf, lots of 1/600 kits. So what we will do is we will build it unpainted as intended by Airfix, and then we'll start modifying it, souping it up with the photo etch, painting it and weathering it, and see what the end result looks like. So that could be a lot of fun. So that's your option 4 if you're interested in that. And the last kit is a bit of a wild card. So we've done a truck, a car, a plane, a ship, and now I'm going to throw some tanks into the mix. Now, I've done a first impressions on this, and if you've seen the first impressions, you know that this is the only Matchbox 1:76 scale armoured vehicle kit that I never built as a kid. I built all of them. I loved them. They come with a bit of a diorama, as you can see on the back. And what we will be doing is we'll be concentrating on the detail painting for this one. So we'll be building it straight out of the box as the manufacturer intended. We won't be adding anything to it, but we're going to concentrate on wringing what we can out of it through just painting technique. So that will be a fair amount of fun as well. You get 2 vehicles in here and some figures and a backdrop. So if you're interested to see a classic Matchbox kit come together and me build this for the very first time, then this is the option you're voting for, option 5. So you've now seen the kits. How do you vote? Well, it's very simple. Leave a comment below in this video, and your comment needs to be clear to me what you're voting for. So you can either say, I'm voting for the aircraft, or I'm voting for the Matchbox kit, or I'm voting for Hotspur, or I'm voting for the truck. Doesn't matter how you go about it, as long as it's clear to me which one you're voting for. Don't use the option numbers because I'll probably forget them anyway. So just put in your comment, ambulance, car, Dornier, Hotspur, Matchbox, something like that. I'm going to let this run for a week. I usually find that after a week, that's when the subscriber views start to drop off. So we'll let it run for a week. If it's still busy, I might extend it, but probably for a week. And then in a week's time, I will calculate all the votes and we will decide who the winner is. And I'll do another video and say, right, this is the kit we're building after the Beaufighter. So all that remains to say is a massive thank you to all of you for subscribing. I love you all, 6,000 and some of you, brilliant. Thank you very much. I will see you very soon. You guys get voting, just 1 vote each, and I will see you very soon. Enjoy your modelling and take care. Bye for now.